As myself and other content creators had predicted, Rocket Raccoon is now the best support in Marvel Rivals. He sits at a 55% win rate across all ranks, while being the most picked support in the game. If you filter through Diamond, Grandmaster, Celestial, he still sits at around like a 53 to 54% win rate, and is still one of the most picked supports in Marvel Rivals. And the thing that I think about is that I remember when Rocket Raccoon first got reworked and they toned his damage down from 40% to 25%. They made his ult obviously give healing and overshield, and they did a couple other nerfs to the way his healing worked, or they changed how his healing worked to where you had to aim it more, and they nerfed his shift, his jump pack, essentially the cooldown and stuff like that. And I remember the big divide and the crazy thing on TikTok and on Marvel Rivals subreddit and all that other stuff. Essentially, there was a big part of the community that essentially had claimed Rocket was dead or he was nerfed to the ground. The changes are going to kill him. He doesn't have the damage boost, blah, 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 blah. Now that he has this, plus the 40% damage boost, people have to admit that Marvel Rivals, the developers, they actually have good foresight. Like, they knew to nerf Rocket and his damage boost, because if they bumped it up to 40%, this is what's going to happen. And I don't actually know if this 40% damage boost is going to last if he maintains being one of the best supports in the game. Yes, you can destroy his ultimate, that is one thing, but a lot of the good Rocket players and a lot of the other Rocket players that are now picking up, they understand how to place it. They're not just throwing it out into the open, they're throwing it behind cover, right? They're throwing it in high ground where you have to look up to try to kill it. And if your whole team is looking up to kill it, then they're not looking at the enemy team, and then they're going to die, and then they're going to get wiped, right? It is actually very, very apparent that NetEase understand how to make nerfs and how to buff heroes when they start changing them. So when people complain about like, oh, you're removing mechanics, or you're removing certain aspects of this kit, or you're nerfing this character because you're giving him a buff somewhere else, I'm just gonna relay that this is the moment. Remember when Rocket had 25% damage boost, and now it's at 40% plus all of the other rework stuff he got, and this is the meta we live in. I personally don't mind it. I love playing Rocket. He's one of my most played supports in the game. When I have to fill support, because I play both tank and support, I will pick him up. But it is just crazy that, you know, a lot of people aren't willing to admit that NetEase understands how to balance their game for the most part, and they have really good foresight, because we are living in the reality that previously, when the changes came into Rocket, everybody still wanted it. Everybody said it was a bad decision, or a majority of the community said it was a bad decision and that Rocket is going to die. I mean, they're just wrong now. We could go back and look at those videos from months and months ago, or I could go and pull up my video comment section, and I will have a ton of people saying that the hero is dead or he's not going to be picked up anymore. In actuality, he was fine, and now that they have the 40% damage boost, he's the best in the game.